Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the 10-Minute Marvel Podcast. This is our last one for the year 2025. We'll be taking the week off between Christmas and New Year's like we have done the last few years. So, for this episode, we're going to be talking about the 8 upcoming projects in the MCU, as well as one bonus Marvel project to talk about. And we're going to be ranking those. Of course, we have the news and rumors. And in the festive holiday spirit, I, Petter, am your podcast Santa Claus, and joining me, the podcast Grinch.
Oh, we have a special guest. Very nice. Is Ryan joining us today? Oh, God, good to know Ryan's coming. Well, anyways, this is this is Greg, everybody. The podcast Elf, I guess, which I actually just watched that movie. Well worth your
I've
time.
watched it once.
Have you?
That was plenty.
Really?
Hmm.
It's classic. It's classic. Maybe,
No,
maybe not for you.
no.
My wife and I saw it in the theater. That's how old we are.
Mhm.
Really, we should have a discussion about this later. Okay. For now, though, if you're looking for ways to support us, you can find us on our YouTube channel. Search 10 Minute Marvel. Give us a like and thumb, smash that subscribe button. Find and follow us on Facebook or that other thing with the X, hashtag 10 Minute Marvel there. And of course, you can leave a rating and review wherever you get your friendly, merry neighborhood podcast from. Petter, man, I
Rumor
feel like
time.
there's a lot of news, a lot of rumors. A lot of rumors?
Some rumors, some news. I didn't dive into everything, but I think there's a lot of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Oh, yes, it is rumors that have popped up. I've set aside the Doomsday trailer rumors stuff at this point because it's really hard to differentiate the difference between rumors and leaks there, and don't want to be reporting on the leaks. So let's kick off with rumors. First one from Daniel RPK. MJ's going to be dating somebody else in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Oh, yes, it is. And there's a rumor, and this rumor, I haven't seen any source on it, so take this one with your nice salt block that you set out to get the deer to come to your place. Harry Osborn.
I don't do that. Is that okay? I don't have deer. Maybe a coyote.
Yeah, could definitely have a coyote. But Harry Osborn, and I believe the rumor was at one point in time that Joe Keery, potential actor for Harry.
I kind of like that.
I kind of do too. There has to be a little bit of explaining because in No Way Home, they talk about how there isn't Norman in this world.
Hmm.
So, does Harry come from another universe, or is
Yeah.
it or is it something maybe where they look at it and go, well, we can introduce Harry, and if we really want to do Norman, Secret Wars allows us to bring that character in.
Yeah. Right, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not really an option anymore.
I kind of agree. So while I like Joe Keery as a potential Harry, I'm also
Carrie Harry,
mhm,
that's a t-shirt.
mhm.
If we like him that much.
Yeah,
We were talking about t-shirts before we started the podcast.
yes. Also this one, another one from Daniel RPK. Frederick Foswell is going to appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Greg, I know that you are a big Spider-Man villain fan, so why don't you tell us about Frederick Foswell? Who is he?
Frederick Foswell was the son of Thomas Foswell the third, born Tennessee, 1936.
All
I'm
right.
not going to continue on this terrible joke. So please tell me who it is, because I obviously do not know.
So Frederick Foswell is just actually just another kind of gang boss, gang leader, which
Okay. God.
falls into the category of it seems like there's going to be some sort of gang war, probably being pushed upon kind of Hell's Kitchen area by Mr. Negative, and then Mr. Negative is the big villain. We're just going to see a bunch of different gangs that Spider-Man has to deal with to try and figure out what's going on and get to that end main villain.
Yeah. I don't know. Great.
Yeah. And like that name for 99.9% of people, because even for myself, that was a name that meant nothing.
Yeah.
So
Obviously for me as well.
Yeah, so this is a situation where it'll be a cool Easter egg for a couple people, for new rock stars and Screen Crush to call out.
Right.
And that's all it is.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get into the potential possibility that there was a trailer leak. So never mind. Anyways,
Mhm.
because we're not talking leaks. We don't
Right. We're
leak
not
people.
talking leaks.
We're not
Um,
leakers.
and speaking of the trailer is rumored to come out this week.
Right.
So
Letters and
any
consonants is not the same as we are not leakers, so
mhm.
never mind. Okay.
But I believe it's what the Anaconda film or whatever is Sony's film that's coming out to theaters Christmas. So if it does come out, we'll talk about it after we're back in the new year.
Lovely. Can't wait.
And final rumor, Champions to be released after Secret Wars. This one comes from My Time to Shine. Hello. That feels, I mean, they've done so much work.
And they're calling it champions?
Yeah, instead of Young Avengers. I like Champions better. I think it makes sense to start to create, like in the comics, you have the Young Avengers, you have the West Coast Avengers, you have the Great Lakes Avengers, you have the Avengers, you have the New Avengers. You have all these different teams that are basically all just titled Avenger. I think for people watching, it probably helps to be like, oh, this is a Champions movie. This is I mean, X-Men's obviously very different, but like this is a Champions movie. This is a different team.
Right. And who are they avenging if they were to be called the
Hmm.
Avengers?
Exactly.
Um,
Tony Stark. Everybody's avenging Tony Stark.
oh, yeah. So, but this is after Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, they don't die, obviously.
Well,
Um,
they could die. Like there's nothing that stops some of these characters from dying because the universe has to get restarted anyways.
assuming
And yeah,
that's an assumption, but
that's
yes,
an assumption. It could
educated
be
guess.
Yeah, it could be that with defeating, maybe Doom pulls together his own universe, and instead of it being kind of this place at the end of time, it's just in Secret Wars, it's about usurping Doom to reset the world to the way it should be. I don't think that's going to happen, but so I think it's like, sure, you can kill off whoever you want because they don't have to stay dead. There might be some key character who sacrifices themselves, who will stay dead. I'm looking at Loki.
I was looking at Hawkeye.
No,
Uh, you don't think Jeremy Renner's done after
no.
this?
I mean, I don't think so. I think he'd
I don't
come
think
back.
he would. He doesn't seem to want to be, but
Yeah, I don't think that Marvel either looks at him necessarily as a character who's done. He's a character you can bring back when you need a familiar face.
okay. I'll say, yeah, sure. I don't know.
Yeah. But let's talk then news. Two bits of news. First bit, Doomsday trailers 2 and 3. Runtime's supposed to be 1 minute and 39 seconds for the second one, 1 minute and 9 seconds for the third. Again,
Hmm.
these are coming out before uh Avatar 4, 3, Search for
Fork,
More Money, whatever
fork
it's
and
called.
spoon. Yeah, I
Hmm.
don't know.
Hmm.
Birch, search from Mamani, is that what you said?
Search
S-
for more money. Because that's the joke, Futurama joke, I think it is.
Mm.
Or maybe it's Futurama or Simpsons does where there's Star Trek whatever, and it's a search for more money. Just basically like, let's milk this cash cow forever.
Yep. Okay, so that's one. What was the other? You had
And the other one is, and this will be spoilers in case people are holding out for the official Marvel release of the teaser trailer. But the teaser trailer is out now. New Rockstars, other places have put out breakdown videos on the teaser, not showing the actual teaser trailer because it hasn't been officially released yet, but it is out there. The information's out there for what the teaser trailer is because it's been playing for a few days in front of Avatar. So if you're waiting, spoilers for a few minutes and then come back to hear our ranking. But spoilers, 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 you have been warned. Spoilers. So, Greg, do you want to walk us through what happened in this minute and 27-second teaser trailer?
I okay, so I did see it. I think
I'm pretty sure I did too.
it was pretty. but I don't. I watched it once, and that's all I
Mhm.
wanted to watch it. So I'm trying to remember. I know that we got Steve.
Yep.
Steve
Steve
has
coming up to his house, basically
on his
back in time.
motorcycle. Yep.
Hmm.
So we're assuming he's back with Peggy at their place.
Yep.
It's the assumption there. He's looking at his old suit, his old cap
Yep.
suit. And then also I I believe there is a child involved
Yes.
that he's holding and
Hmm.
looking at very fondly and lovingly
Yep.
and everything that, Petter's parents did not do. So um
This will be the
just
one episode they listen to of the podcast.
I know, right? And then they just, who is that Greg guy? He's a jerk.
What have I been saying on the rest of the podcast?
Yeah.
The answer is nothing. Greg's just a
uh
jerk. No.
yeah. And then I think there's a Doom, right? There's a Doom
Yeah.
shot.
Doom walks up to the door.
Okay.
Now,
Yep.
so I think one of the, well, first kind of, excuse me, first, what did you think of the trailer itself? Did you enjoy it? Felt like it
The
wasn't that much?
the low res version I
Yeah.
saw was
I
terrible.
saw a slightly better res version,
Did
or
you
a better res version, yes.
did they
Um,
they've released it, right? Have
no,
they
they have
not?
not.
Okay. I thought
Last
they
I checked, and I've been keeping an eye on it.
um I don't know. I I really didn't feel anything about it,
Hmm.
which it didn't excite me. It didn't really upset me, I guess. I'm a little curious about what direction. I think you were going to talk about a little bit about in
Hmm.
what they might be doing with it or the rumors that might be happening with it. But
Hmm.
honestly, I was like,
I think
all right.
for I think probably for some people seeing this trailer, it's going to be exciting because they don't necessarily see the same rumors that we have that Chris Evans is was potentially going to be back for it, or the rumors of okay, they're being filming at a set of Peggy's house, Peggy and Steve's house in the past. So they don't know that, and I think that it really is meant to be a three-part watch these teasers, and then the fourth one is going to be what really brings it together. And honestly, I think that's going to be when they release all of these to the general public, is when
Yeah,
that fourth one comes out.
probably. Um,
But
I
I'm kind of with you. I was like, yeah, I'm fairly underwhelmed by it. There wasn't much to it. Sure, a little heartfelt Steve family moment.
it it's
Doom.
kind of what I want, actually. I
Hmm.
don't want a lot of the story at this point. I don't um I don't hate what they did. I don't think that it
Yeah.
was dumb. I think it just it's a piece of the puzzle that I think once I get a few more pieces and start maybe having some concept of what direction they might be going, because especially with Steve, it's a little bit of a tricky topic because where they placed him and how the whole mystery of how did he end up on the bench, handing out the shield, eventually to Sam. What happened when he was on that trip, sending getting all those stones back to their rightful place. So that is a tricky area. It's also a delicate area, maybe for some,
Hmm.
right? I
I
think for
think
the
it
nerds
is.
out there that it is.
Well, I
So
think not even for the nerds. I think for the people who, I think I've already seen people using it as oh, well, that's just a slap in the face of Sam Wilson's Captain America that they're bringing Chris Evans back. Or I've also seen the opposite of, oh, goody, they're finally fixing the mistake of making Sam Wilson Captain America by bringing Steve Rogers back. And it's like, no, this is Steve Rogers. This is not Captain America at this point. He has passed on that mantle. So,
right. What I'm and everybody we're still in spoilers for those that maybe
yes,
drop back in. So come back. Um, I just kind of wonder, is this an alternate?
I think it is
There's
Branch Universe.
well, yeah. So I'm wondering, is this a different Steve? And my
No, I think
thought,
it's.
I'm curious about the theory, somebody's theory that Doom. It's okay to go into this.
Hmm.
Doom is going to these people who have children and are kind of
linchpin
using that.
characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like a linchpin, right? And so it just makes me kind of wonder, is that what his goal is, right? And so
Yeah.
this is a different universe where Steve chose otherwise, and it's not the Steve that we know in the 616. Something like that, and then
I
we're gonna
think,
see no, I don't know.
yeah,
It's interesting, and that kind of intrigues me. Um, and I
I
don't
think,
mind it.
mhm. I think it's going to be a branch universe. I think that it's going to be something that Steve created by going back in time and deciding to stay back in time. So I think it's like that's a nexus point that occurred.
Mm, okay. So that you're saying it is the 616
Yeah.
Steve, just a
Yep.
branch timeline. Okay.
Yep.
So because I'm kind of interested in being that I know that they're going to be playing like Hemsworth and Chris Hemsworth or Chris Evans. Why does it sound weird?
Chris Evans is
Chris Evans, yeah.
Cap. Yeah.
Um, they're playing, they're possibly playing multiple versions of themselves, was another rumor out there.
Hmm.
And so I'm wondering, okay, is Doom going to these other versions and kind of saying, hey, this is going to happen if we don't do something, right? And
Yeah, like okay, if you want to save your kid,
yeah,
come like work with me. I
right.
wonder if it's that, or I wonder if he's like, is he kidnapping these
Yeah, that was
children?
the other thing, right? Which is
Yeah,
also interesting.
because it
Um,
certainly ties into the end of Fantastic Four First Steps then.
it does.
I mean, either way, it ties into the end of it. So I think with two, assuming that any additional teasers continue to build on this, we're not going to talk about the potential leaked what's coming up in two and three. But if they continue to build on top of this, we're going to start to see a pattern. And what can we glean from that pattern? Right now, it's just two data points for the two times we've seen Doom.
Yeah, and I kind of hope part of me doesn't want the pattern yet.
Yep.
We're too far out. Yeah, I'm just give me some chunks of it and then I can chew
Mhm.
on, we can chew on that.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be.
And I think it also, if they are showing a pattern with it, I think I fully expect that pattern to be at least somewhat subverted in the film.
Hmm.
Where it's
Yes.
like, oh, he's offering an olive branch, maybe, of like, let me help you save your kids. But really he's trying to leverage these characters for his own gain
Hmm. Yeah.
because that's what Doom does. All right, let's move out of spoilers onto our main topic. We ranked all the MCU projects coming out in 2026, 8 through 1, and we're going to go through them and then we're going to talk about an honorable mention, excuse me, honorable mention Marvel project coming out in 2026 as well, and where we would slot that in. It just doesn't make sense to rank it with all the MCU projects. So, Greg, do you want to kick us off with, did I say 1 through 8? I
Yes.
did. Why am I missing number 8? Which one am I missing?
Uh, this is a fun game, isn't it? I've done this
Yep.
before.
I have
Um,
7 because I have 2 animated, 2 movies, and 3 live action.
okay, wait. Two animated. You have a special presentation?
Oh, I forgot the special presentation. There we are.
Okay.
Let me drop that in
Don't put it there.
there. Oh, no, too late. It's there.
All right. Fine.
All right,
Uh,
starting
we're
with
going
your number.
backwards.
Yeah,
Start with
start with
eight.
your number 8.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Uh,
guarantee you this list will be more different than our ranking of the projects
I
from
think
last,
so.
or
Maybe, I don't know. Let's see if we can sync up again, huh?
I guarantee
Um,
I'm putting money on our bottom one being different.
okay.
Your number 8.
My number eight, X-Men 97. And again, these are I am looking forward to all these, right? Again, it's
Mm-hmm.
just yet to put them in rank. So X-Men 97 season two. I don't know. At the time I did this, I'm just like, I know it's gonna be interesting. I know I'll
Yep.
enjoy it. It's
Mm-hmm.
got some tons of new characters.
Yep.
But there's some things that I just find at this moment in time more intriguing to me. And I think it's going to be obvious probably that animated stuff may fall in the lower parts. I'm just a sucker, I think, for the live
Live
action.
action. Yeah.
So, yeah. What do you
My number
got?
8, Daredevil Born Again season 2.
Hmm.
I enjoyed the first season, but it left me intrigued-ish at the same time. I feel like I'm anticipating less of what's going to happen in that one and just like less excited overall for the package that that one offers.
Okay.
Um, I think it could surprise me and be really strong. I mean, I expect it to be really strong and really good. I'm just like, it's not the type of show that gets me as hyped for
Yeah.
it.
I I think I read something. This could be just a rumor too that they the creators had to kind of pull back on how graphic and how I guess gritty the show is.
Hmm.
So maybe Disney's kind of had them pull back a little bit. So um I, I understand that. I totally understand where you're at with this, and I
Hmm.
will get into that once that one comes up for me. Um Number seven.
Yes.
Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2.
All right.
Again, it's going to be good. I know it is.
Hmm.
I completely enjoyed the first one. I think they're going to continue on. And I think it, I have a, I feel like the Season 2 is going to be even better than Season 1.
Hmm.
Um, but again, cartoons are the animated stuff. I think it's just not as
I think,
highly anticipated for me.
yeah. And that's the big thing is like this is an anticipated list. I know when we did this last year, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was pretty low in terms of both of our anticipated, and it was very high for me, and I
Mhm.
think for you too, and how we ranked all the projects that came out when we did
Yeah,
that last week. So anticipate it is different than how good something's actually going to end up being when we look back on it.
yeah.
It's just less excited for it.
I think I had Wakanda, Eyes of Wakanda up there
Oh,
pretty
yeah, both of us
high,
did.
right?
That was
Yeah.
our both of our top animated.
Yeah.
We were wrong.
We were.
Uh, Now we weren't wrong that it didn't or that it didn't have cool things that it could have done, and we rightfully were anticipating kind of like diving into the history sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, my number seven, Punisher special presentation.
Hmm. Okay.
Honestly, I just don't know what to expect from it. Like some of
Fair.
the things that have been said about it are like, okay, it's not tying super heavily into Daredevil Born Again season two. Punisher's not showing up in Daredevil Born Again season two. So things like that are just okay. I'm fine with it. It's probably going to be the most violent thing that Disney Marvel puts out. So yeah, let's see what it is.
Yeah. Uh, Sorry, I was part half listening because my dog is like
The
being a
Pod
dog.
Dog.
Pod dog is being pod dog right now, and something piqued her interest. If you can hear this, she's she's very curious about what's happening outside. So I apologize. Okay. Um,
Yeah, and you're number
I'm a little bit,
six.
yeah.
Yeah, you'll
I
talk
think
about Punisher coming
I
up here at
will,
some point.
and
Yeah.
I understand those your feelings on it as well for what I did hear. So it's kind of hard to get to it,
Hmm.
but I have a feeling it's going to be pretty darn good. Okay, um, number six, Wonder Man.
Yeah, I expected that to be your number six with how things were going.
Did you?
Yep.
Interesting. Which is right around the corner. Like we got
Hmm.
just a little over a month,
Month.
right?
Yeah. Basically, yeah,
And,
just over a month.
they're dropping in what
All at
all
once.
four
Six.
episodes?
No.
Six.
Is it six or is it eight?
6 half hour. I think they're like just they're shorties.
Yeah. Yep.
Either whatever they are.
It's about
This is
3.5 hours, I think, total.
yeah. Okay. This one, I don't know, like where's the hype? That's kind of what I'm
Hmm.
wondering. Where's the
Now,
Disney hype on this?
did you see the interview that Trevor Slattery did? I shared
No.
it. Oh, they're actually doing some really interesting things with promoting this. And Ben Kingsley, it has been, no, it's,
Yeah.
yeah, is doing some really fun stuff where he's doing podcast interviews as Trevor Slattery. And
What?
they're, yeah, I mean, these are set up things, but
No, well,
they're
sure.
pushing, they're pushing him on like, well, we want to talk about like we're talking about you as an actor, your process, everything like that. And they're like, how did your experience as the Mandarin, or how do you feel like that shaped you or changed how you do things? And he gets upset and is like, no, like that's a role in my past. We don't talk about that anymore. And so they keep on pushing him on it. And he's like, no, right. My people told me that we weren't going to be talking about this at all. The interviewer is going like, but it does inform kind of how you've grown. So that's why we're asking you about it. And he gets up and walks off the set and walks off the podcast. And so like the stuff that they're doing is smaller and subtle, but it's really well done and really entertaining.
Hmm. I have not seen any of this.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, it's on our Facebook page, so
I mean, I don't really go on Facebook that much either, so
yeah.
so
Just
it's
go on
not.
our Facebook page and see the important stuff, Greg.
How do I find that on Facebook better?
You search for 10-Minute Marvel, and if you click that like and follow, you're going to see all those things pop up on your news feed.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna do that right now.
All right, so
That's
now in
so
our unplanned
shameless
but really
self-promotion.
sounds like we self-promoted that intentionally.
God, so good. We practiced that
Mhm.
for a week.
But I get it. Like there hasn't been, I mean, it's getting the same amount of pub as Ironheart did.
Sure. And I mean, okay, so it's my number six, right?
Yeah.
So it's lower on the list, but not that far. Um, I'm still curious about what they're doing because there's
Yeah.
just been a lot of this talk about how it's unique and
Hmm.
funny, and you got a hero that doesn't want to be a hero at all.
Yeah.
So that is why it ended up in number six because I'm intrigued by what they've kind of flipped the script a little bit. So
Yeah.
yeah.
My number six, X-Men 97. I think it's gonna be fun. I had a lot of fun with the really horny X-Men 97 season one,
A little too much fun if you ask me.
but with all that said, it's
Petter never knows what to say to my stupid ass comments.
yeah. But with all that said, it's just less exciting, I think, if because it does feel like okay, there's this continuation of the X-Men 90s cartoon. And honestly, if the information there's enough information out there about Bo DeMaio, where it's just I really try to separate the art from the artist, but there's always just a little bit of it where it's like man, I hope that they can match what he was doing, and it's not just from the mind of a really creepy person who,
I know you don't want to
yeah,
like what could possibly be kind of gross.
yeah. So it's just, so I hope that it's really good. I actually think it's going to be really good for season two. I'm excited to see what they do with Gambit in this, as I'm assuming one of the Horsemen of Apocalypse. So
Do you
there's,
think it's going to be as, I mean, you just said it's probably going to be as good as the first season is kind of basically
Mhm.
what I think you're saying. But
I
the
think it
hype,
is.
like the hype of it, like it was so exciting to know that this one was coming back and now it is. So it feels like it maybe lost that edge.
I think it
However,
lost the hype edge. I
yeah,
think that it's going to be just as good because honestly, like there's some pretty big duds in
yeah, that's
like
fair.
the Mojo bit
Yeah,
was a dud. The the Storm Forge stuff that should have been really cool and like interesting and different felt kind of flat.
yeah,
It was just like the highs of this, like that
right.
the one episode, the Remember It episode, and a little bit beyond that,
The
just
belly
are so
shirt
good.
that Gambit
Yeah.
wore. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean that's the only thing I have in my wardrobe now.
It's just ingrained in my brain. It's
Hmm.
Petter's wearing one right now.
Yep. When it was -20, I was still rocking.
I mean, hey, you do you.
How about your for number five?
Number five for me is Daredevil Born Again season two. Jessica Jones returning, kind of mentioned last week. One
Hmm.
showrunner, like you kind of said, we got you've said at least last week even the show is feels like it's gonna be more solid. However, it feels like what we're I will say if they do a season three, I have a feeling that season two is gonna really crush it. And season three is going to be something where I shift next year's, Daredevil season three up on this list to maybe my top three. Like it feels like it's going to
Hmm.
head in that direction, right? Um, but you just don't know it yet.
Right.
Once can kind of once we can see this next season, I feel like that feeling that we want to have to be super excited about these
Hmm.
upcoming seasons, it'll be there. But
Yeah.
for now, I am looking forward to it because we got some old characters coming back. The showrunner is taking charge here.
Yeah.
We have a direction, we have a North Star, and I think it's going to be good. So,
Mhm. Yeah, my number five, Wonder Man. So very close to yours. I expect this to be a lot of fun. I'm just anticipating it a little bit less because I think the, as compared to the four that I have above it, because this just feels like, okay, this is going to be a fairly contained show and part of the universe. I don't think that it's going to cause massive bleed over into anything else. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see Wonder Man again after this. Maybe a really fast cameo in Secret Wars, and that's it.
yeah, oh, that would be weird though. But I
But
can
not
understand
really.
because it's just, if the script is just that good, that's
Hmm.
fine. It gives people a piece of a different character, right? But
Hmm. It's a
it,
spotlight
right, it's
project
uncommon, I
too.
guess. We're
Yeah.
not used to that kind of character display of
Hmm.
like, here's this person, and then you probably won't see him again.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be like this, what is it, the
The
Scarlet
spotlight.
Scarab? No, I'm
Yeah.
thinking like Scarlet
Yeah.
Scarab, the
Scarab.
from
Yep. I mean, it depends if they can pull together Moon Knight season two.
yeah,
Just please do that. That'd be
yeah,
so good.
please.
Um, yeah, you're number four. Top half of the list,
Uh,
Greg.
okay, this is where Punisher comes in for me. Special
Nice.
presentation. It's I'm looking. I've been really looking forward to what they do with the Punisher because of I think the meaning that the Punisher symbol has now portrays for people
Hmm.
in our real life. And so I'm curious to see how they handle that. And I'm also just I loved the Punisher, the Netflix Punishers. I don't know if they can be as good, if it'll be as good as those, but I'm hoping so. That writing on that show was great. There's a lot of emotion in there. So I I'm also like just kind of curious to see what happens since it's so close to Brand New Day. I feel like it's going
Hmm.
to come out because they don't have a date yet, right? So
No,
I'm thinking it's going to come out beforehand,
I think so too.
and I think that I'm just curious to see how that crosses over, how they bridge that gap. So
Hmm.
what do they portray in the presentation, and then what do we see in Brand New Day? So,
Hmm.
but it looks
And
good.
it,
I love the Punisher.
yeah, it's really interesting to have three things that are New York City based coming out this year because we have Daredevil, Born Again season two, not counting animated stuff, obviously.
Right.
Those are kind of their own universes. We have Spider-Man Brand New Day, and we have this Punisher special presentation. And Punisher's not supposed to be in Daredevil Born Again season two. So that means that there has to be some sort of tie-in, some sort of feel where
Hmm.
they obviously don't majorly tie in Spider or Punisher special presentation into Spider-Man Brand New Day, but they make reference to something that the Punisher has done in the past that was in the
Yeah.
special presentation.
Yeah.
And that's the level they go for.
Yeah. And I just want to say Barenthal never disappoints for me.
Hmm.
He never disappoints. So
Yeah.
that's how it got ranked higher, I think, for
Yeah.
sure.
My number four, which now makes me wonder, we may have the same, well, we have the same top three. Will they be in the same order?
Mm.
But my number four is Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season two. I think they set up so many like little tidbits at the end of season one that I'm just hyped to see which ones they're going to pay off, how they're going to pay it off, and kind of the new villain, the new storyline direction growth that we're going to see. Plus that immediate drop of here's the Gwen Stacy artwork as Ghost Spider, Spider Gwen. The day that the finale came out, it's like, boom, you guys went from, hey, we just rocked this series. We're not going to bask in this. We're not going to talk about it as like, oh yeah, let's talk about the success that we had and then think, what do we want to do going forward? It's like, all right, we're done with this. Here's your next hype.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm excited for some Gwen.
Hmm. Number three, Greg.
Number three.
This will determine it all.
Okay. Where's my number two? Okay. Spider-Man Brand New Day.
All right. That is
So
my
much
number two,
happening.
by the way.
Okay. Okay. It's so much happening in this. Gray Hulk, maybe Man Spider, possibly is what one rumor out there is. Sadie Sink's coming in. Punisher's going to be there. Mr. Negative. I don't know. So much happening on this. There's
Hmm.
so many things that I don't know
Tombstone,
are true.
Scorpion.
Tombstone, Scorpio. Yeah, like I I don't
I
know.
think I
It's
think this is one of the things where, well, I'll talk about it since it is my number two. I'll talk
yeah, go
about it
for it.
now and then go back to my number three. I think this is one of the things where it's easy to get tripped up with. There's so many different things, and I think I got lucky by being able to say, and in my head, just be like, oh wait, no, 98% of this just drops into a single bucket of gangs in New York. And that simplified everything so quickly in my mind because it's like, okay, then I don't have to worry about these 14 different bad guys. They're just the leaders of different gangs.
Hmm.
They're, yeah. So I think for that reason, I'm a little bit more hyped about it. It's going to be interesting. Excuse me, I have not seen the trailer, the
Either way.
alleged leaked trailer. I have heard a little bit about it, which we won't be talking about, but even I think in that trailer, how some people are trying to pick apart this potential leaked trailer, I think that they're hiding information from us again, in particular around people are starting to really think like we've nailed who Sadie Sink is playing. And I'm of the mindset of I'm not jumping to any conclusions yet.
Yeah. Um, I think, and I've been kind of saying like, so it may sound like I'm kind of double backing on what I have been saying, but like there's a lot of characters, right?
Yes.
So, but like you just said, it's kind of contained in in a silo of what their purpose is. And so as much as there are, it's all kind of contained into mob bosses and whatnot. So doesn't worry me as much. There's just also there's I don't know, it's Spider-Man too. Like
Hmm.
I I really like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and I've really liked everything they've done so far with the last three, two, two,
18.
those 18 Spider-Mans. So yeah, this one it's gonna be good, and it's
Mhm.
not too far away, so I'm getting kind of
No,
excited.
half a year.
Yeah.
My number three is Vision Quest.
Okay. That
Where does that one
is
fall?
my number two.
Yep, I figured. Those were the two I was like, we could flip flop. Um, Honestly, I think it's just the difference between a movie and a show and how well that they've done the Spider-Man movies. If all the Spider-Man movies hadn't been really fun and good, I'd probably be less interested, or I might have flip-flopped it. But it's really close between the two because obviously Vision Quest is the cap of the trilogy
Yes.
and I, I mean, Terry Matalas of Picard, show running it. Um,
Spader's back. Jace
Spader's
Spader.
back. I think there's going to be so many just uniquely cool things about this and about the storyline. Like all these different Stark AIs having
Hmm.
synthezoid humanoid forms, I think is going to be, I think it's going to be really unique. And if it messes around and touches on the topics around like AI and like knowing what's real or not, I mean, bravo to the showrunners and writers for that because nailing topical but really interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah, some relativity there. Um, yeah, I don't I you kind of said everything. It's packed with
Thank
a
you.
bunch of good talent. And I'm looking forward to the last kind of installment of the WandaVision, Agatha, that whole thing, which
Mhm.
I don't know how or if it will, but that's kind of what it's known to be. And so
Yep.
I'm just kind of looking forward to it. Um, so it's got just a slight edge of extra hype because of that for me.
Yes.
So,
Makes sense.
all
And then
right.
that means we have the same number one
Is
to the
anybody
surprise
shocked?
of no one.
No.
I was even trying to think about it and be like, okay, could I put like Vision Quest as my number one thing that I'm just anticipating the most? But I I
I'd be
don't,
lying to myself
yeah,
if I did that.
I I think if I felt like I had a really good grasp of what Doomsday was going to be, sure. my hype for Vision Quest could be higher because of the unknown. But I don't have a good grasp of what Doomsday is going to be.
Hmm.
So I'm just excited to see what they've managed to pull off here.
It's going to be big too. I think
It's
what's
huge.
going to
Yeah.
be really exciting is that it's the kickoff of something that's big and it gets bigger. And now can it's interesting. I don't remember who had said this exactly, but just will it be able to top what the Infinity Saga did? And did for how it built up over so long. And this one is Doomsday is kind of starting off and maybe differently. Like we don't have a lot of build to it. We don't have a decade of movies and shows and
Hmm.
whatnot building to it. So it's um it
Yeah.
it makes it really big and exciting and also a little bit nerve-wracking because you don't want them
Hmm.
to fall flat on their face on it. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's going to be good. And I think I I'm not worried about Robert Downey Jr. anymore.
No.
I think to me he's proven himself as an actor. I think it's going to be great. It really just kind of comes down to how they make it all work together.
Hmm.
So I'm just excited to see how they do it.
And I'm excited for the concept too that Doomsday and Secret Wars, the Russo brothers talked about it as kind of like Infinity War and Endgame were kind of end of an era, an end of a chapter. But these two films are about going forward,
Hmm.
which I think is how are you going to play that up and create that? I think is going to be really interesting. And Doomsday might not as much, but Secret Wars, how is it going to do that?
Yeah, it's almost like a prologue. Like it's going to be
Hmm.
this really cool prologue to something
Yeah.
that's coming up. So.
So let's talk about where would you drop in the other Marvel project? So this other Marvel project that we've teased, this is Sony and Amazon for Spider-Man Noir, which is going to be coming out in two different forms, black and white and fully colorized. Where would you drop that one, Greg?
Oh my God, I don't I'm not even sure. Like I didn't after we decided this, I never really looked at my notes to decide where I want to drop it. I don't know really anything about it. I think visually I'm most excited for
Hmm.
it. Nicolas Cage kind of being Nicolas Cage. I really loved what happened in Beyond Into the Spider-Verse with him. Is that or Beyond? Whichever one
Yeah,
he
the
was in.
Spider-Verse films. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna put it in between my three and four, I think.
Okay.
So between Punisher number 4 and Spider-Man Brand New Day number 3.
Okay. I'm going to put it down a little bit further. I'm going to put it between my five and six. So after Wonder Man, before X-Men 97 season two. I don't have full faith in the storytelling, but the aesthetic. Like, this is something you probably should watch in black and white
Hmm.
to fully get the feel of the storytelling and the storytelling probably the way it is intended to be.
Like I'm looking for Sin City. That's kind of what I'm
Hmm.
looking for. That
Same.
type of vibe.
Yeah. Sin City, tropey, schlocky, pulp, noir sort of stuff.
Yeah.
If that can, if they can deliver on that in the story, I firmly believe that Nicolas Cage can deliver on that because
Well,
that
for
kind of
sure.
seems who he is in real life.
It does.
So, so
Uh,
that's the bonus one to be added in to the list. But with that, let us know how you would rank them. Drop that down in the comment section on the YouTube video or over on X with hashtag 10MinMarvel or comment over on Facebook. But with that, we will see you back here in 2026, kicking off, probably talking Doomsday trailer stuff, maybe, and or mainly in Doomsday theories before we turn our attention to Wonder Man. Coming out later in January. So we appreciate everybody who has checked out the podcast this year for the growth of the podcast, the YouTube channel. My apologies for not getting nearly the number of videos out here at the end of the year, but as I find time and brain space for more videos, I do want to keep them coming. Yeah, Greg gave a few ways you could help support the podcast at the beginning. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/nerdologists. The funds go to help improve the quality of this podcast, as well as the Multiple Equals YouTube channel, the nerdologist.com website, and the 10 Minute Marvel YouTube channel. But with that, we'll see you next time.
Happy holidays. Bye.